Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd film my morning routine video. So I normally wake up about 8:30, 9 o'clock. We just kind of lounge around in bed for 5 minutes, and I normally check my phone, just kind of wake up. I'm not a morning person. And then I get up and put just a big cardigan and my slippers on, ready to go to the loo, and then I go straight to the kitchen, which is where I make my coffee. I can't function without at least one morning coffee, so I always check the kettle. Typical, the husband had a coffee this morning, didn't fill up. My little sunflowers that are growing, so cute, I love them. So I'm just filling up the kettle. Like I said, the hubby had a coffee this morning and didn't refill the kettle for me, which is always a very annoying thing to walk into in the morning when you just kind of want to, have a coffee and go back to bed. But hey ho. So I put the kettle on, and I also open the blinds to let a bit of sunshine in. These blinds are pretty rubbish, but surprising, it's another sunny day. So then I find the mug that I want. I'm just going to use this one. It's my little wedding mug that we got. And then I get the coffee out of the cupboard and a spoon out of the drawer, obviously. And this is the coffee that we have been having for a while. We really like this one. We kind of switch through about 3 or 4 different coffees, but this is one of our favourites. And then sugar, I have 2, and I also have just normal milk. I don't drink like almond milk or anything like that, so I'll be getting the milk out in a moment. Just put the coffee away. There's a whole heap of washing up there that I need to do today. I've just kind of been a little bit lazy the past day and didn't really do any yesterday. So this is the milk that we use. It's just Cravendale full fat. We use full fat because often we froth our milk up for lattes and things, so it's just easier. And then the kettle's boiled. Yeah, the kettle's boiled, so I just pour in my hot water into my coffee and then give it a good stir around. But I can't really drink it straight away because I'm such a wimp. So have a little taste and see what it tastes like. And then I go straight in and I make my bed. This is something that is actually quite tricky when the dog refuses to move off of the bed. In the mornings, it takes her quite a while to kind of get moving and get up properly. So normally I just have to go around her and do what I can. And then when she decides to come off the bed, I can go back in and redo it again. But you will see that in a little while I finish off doing the bed. So I'm just making the bed and sorting out all the cushions and the pillows and pulling the duvet back. Don't mind that random piece of blue on our wall. We were seeing what kind of colour we wanted to decorate the room because I'm not sure whether you can see, but we haven't decorated it. And then I couldn't have helped myself but to give the dog a little smooch and say good morning and just have a little cuddle. She still didn't move, so I just, carried on doing what I was doing before. And I feel as if if I don't make the bed, the day just doesn't go as productively. I feel as if I need to always make sure the bed is made. And then, just kind of folding any clothes away, the husband's pajamas and things. I just fold them up and pop them onto the bed, ready for him to put back on later on when he gets back into bed later. And then, so folded some clothes away and kind of just made sure that the room was first, initially at least tidy. And then I go on to picking up some more cushions that fell. And then I get dressed because I didn't really have any clothes on and found it was a little bit awkward walking around with just a pair of knickers on. So I put some of these little sports shorts on that I always wear. Because most of the time in bed I just wear like a t-shirt in bed, so obviously I need to put something on. So I've got my little shorts on, and then I'm also just going to pop a little like sports bra on to cover up my boobs so that my boobs aren't just flowing and on show. So yeah, just quickly get myself dressed. Check you guys can't see. I can see you looking, you buggers. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well. If you're liking this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. This is definitely my first morning routine video, so it's not going to be the greatest, and there we are. As like my morning outfit, it's just some really comfy clothes. I always get really warm in the mornings, and then finally I can finish the bedroom off. The dog has finally removed herself from the bed, and I think she went and literally just laid in the living room on her actual dog bed and fell back asleep. And as I'm actually filming this, she's asleep on my lap. Then I go into the bathroom and I just chuck my hair up quickly, just mainly so it's out of my face. It's Wednesday today, so it's wash day, so I don't really do a lot with my hair when I'm meant to be washing it. I just kind of chuck it up into sides up, and then I can go in and brush my teeth quickly. We have an electric toothbrush that we both obviously have one each, but at the moment it's not got any batteries in, so it's not actually an electric toothbrush, it's just a standard toothbrush. It's just the Colgate one. I really like this toothbrush. So yeah, just brush the teeth. I do this twice a day, and then depends, like if I eat something really like cheesy or really sticky, I normally go and brush my teeth afterwards as well. So just brush, 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 brushy, brush, brush. Just like so, and I try and make sure that I brush my teeth kind of as well as I can, but my wisdom teeth are actually coming through at the moment, so it's a little bit painful to actually brush your teeth when your wisdom teeth are coming through, so I've just got to be kind of steady with going too far back and stuff like that. But just brush the tongue. It's very important to brush your tongue, especially because I have I actually have 2 piercings that go into my mouth. Then I go down and I let the dog out of the back door and just kind of have a look what the day's going to be like. It doesn't look too bad out today. It's not really very warm out. It's kind of windy. The rabbits have a little bit of a crazy fit because I go out there and they're like, oh, she's going to feed us. Our back garden isn't the greatest, but even so then I just look up at the sky, and then I get my coffee and I go into the living room where it's normally a little bit of a mess from the night before, but I just go over and I open up the curtains to let in the sunshine and see what kind of day it's going to be. And then I sit down and I just check my diary, mark anything that I need to do, put anything on like shopping lists and stuff like that, and also check my routine and see what videos I need to film or edit, or any thing that I need to edit for my social medias and my blog posts and things like that. I just check and make sure that I'm on track with all of that. Doesn't normally take me very long. I normally just kind of write a couple of little like aspirations in there about how I want that day to go, and then that's basically all. I just tick off anything, write down a little few bits that we may need excuse me guys, to buy from the shop and things, and then I'll just finish off my coffee and just kind of sit there for a second and just, you know, wake up a bit more. And then I go into my skincare. So in the morning I just use my micellar cleaning water with little cotton wool buds, and I just kind of wash over my face and remove any makeup that is either there or I didn't remove last night. I actually didn't remove my makeup last night, so my face is still got makeup on from yesterday, but I removed it pretty quickly. And then go on to, I think I need to do like my eyes and stuff in a minute. Yeah, and then I just remove this. I love this stuff. I have spoke about it before in a couple of other videos. I use it basically every single day. Just removing my makeup is a really quick way of doing it. So, and then you can see how tired the dog is. She's like yawning. She does this until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I just pop a little bit more on and just give my face a little bit more of a wash round. Make sure I get it all out of my eyes and everything. My eyes are so sensitive, so they water all the time, but hey ho, all good. Check that it's off, which it basically was, and then just give one initial kind of wipe over to make sure that no extra oils are on and things like that. Clean the mouth, clean the nose, the eyebrows and the forehead, and yeah, and then also do my neck because my neck gets quite oily. So, and that's it. And then I take my Palmer's coconut oil with the shea butter in it, and I just apply a small amount of this on a cotton wool bud and just kind of wipe it on my face and on my neck and just kind of rub it in all around just to give me like nice little glow. But also this is a really good moisturizer for your makeup. It will mean that your makeup kind of sets and goes on a lot easier, I find, so I always like to use this. And then I'm going to do my makeup quickly. So I wasn't sure whether I should put the whole clip of me doing my makeup in, but I have. So you can skip this if you don't want to see me do my everyday makeup. But basically I just use my cream contour palette in the lightest shade to conceal and highlight my face. So I just pop it underneath my eyes, and also along my nose, I believe. Yeah, along my nose, chin, and a little bit on my forehead as well. And then what I do is I then go and I think I just sort of define under my eyes a little bit more with this stuff. This is a really light shade, but I really like the colour that it does sort of turn into when you blend it. It becomes a really nice pretty colour. And then I'm going to take my darkest shade from the same palette and just apply it to my contour areas where where I want to contour, along the sides of my nose, my forehead, and also my cheekbones and my chin. Just like so, quite, looks quite crazy, but it will blend all together quite seamlessly. And then I put some on the bottom of my jawline as well. And then I take a fluffy brush and just blend out my highlighting shade into my skin. This is just my foundation brush, but today I'm not actually applying any foundation. This is the only kind of base makeup that I'll have, so this will this is all I'm working with today. So just blend away, blend all over the eyelids and everything, making sure that there's kind of a base for any eyeshadows that you'll be applying. I need to try and find myself another beauty blender. I have the silicone blender, which I do really like, but for this kind of product that's really thick, it just doesn't really work. And I feel as if you need a damp beauty blender to be able to really sort of blend all these kind of harsh lines in and whatnot. So I'm just blending down my chin and on my cheeks and my forehead, making sure that it's all blended in quite nicely and just looks kind of seamless on the skin. So yeah, keep blending away. Blend. And then just want to check that it all looks kind of equal and kind of the same. And then I blend out my nose contour. Just kind of do this a little bit at the moment, because afterwards I go in much more and kind of blend it out with powder and stuff, but I do sometimes feel as if it's good to just sort of blend it all like that. Then I'm going to take just that stippling brush again and just blend out my contour a little bit more. And then I believe I'm going to grab my Smoothie Does It powder with a fluffy brush and just apply this basically all over my face, underneath my eyes, along my cheeks, chin, neckline, and on my forehead. So just a simple little layering of powder, and then I also do like an overall kind of dusting. And then I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in the light to medium shade, and take the darkest Havana shade, and I'm just going to further deepen up my contour just slightly, just so it doesn't really move around and things on my face. It's just a bit better this way. On my forehead and on my jawline. And I'm using the same shade for all of that, which is the shade Havana. Making sure that you blend it down your neck so you're kind of the same colour, sort of, like so. Just keep applying however much you want to. And then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush again and just start to sort of blend that all kind of in together, just so it doesn't look quite so harsh. Then I'm going to take my highlighter, I believe. Yep, my highlighter, my Freedom highlighter, and my little sort of angled brush, and I'm just going to take a bit of that and pop it onto my cheekbones, the highest points of my cheekbones. It's quite a cute, nice little glow for daily wear. Just blending that little bit of highlight in down the bridge of my nose and whatnot. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush with the same highlighter, and I'm going to apply a little dot of it on the bottom of my nose, and then in the inner, my Cupid's bow as well, and then the inner corners of my eyes to kind of make those pop a little bit as well. And I do a bit on the bridge of my nose. Then what I do is I'm going to do my eyebrows, because I realised that I hadn't done them. So my Freedom pomade in dark brown, and then just get a little bit of this product on the end of my brow brush. And I have a brow routine up on my channel already if you guys want to go over and have a look at it. So I'm just going to sort of span over this real quickly. So I just kind of fill in my brows and draw almost like a little template of where I want my brow to sort of be, like so, and then I just fill them in. I kind of have to make it look a little bit more fluffy and big because my brows are quite little, just years and years of over plucking them. So I'm just getting a bit more of that product and just filling in my eyebrows quite simply. It doesn't really take me that long, like so. And that's one nearly done. Just brush the product through the front, and then that's that one basically done for now. And then I go on to the next eyebrow and do basically the same. Just like so. Try and make sure that they are similar at least, but they are never the same. My brows never ever end up the same. So I'm just finishing off this brow. This brow's a little bit more tricky because it's a little bit less sort of naturally hairy, so I have to kind of try and fluff this one out a lot more and actually make it appear that I have a lot of hair at the front when really I don't, whereas the other one I actually do have quite nice little spiky hairs. This one I have to kind of mimic fake hairs, so that's that part. And then I take my brow bar to go, I believe. Where is it? Yeah, my brow bar to go in again, medium to dark. I've had this for years and I always use it. I love this, and I just use both shades mixed together for my brows. And I just kind of pop this on like the third half of my brows, and then use the brush to kind of spoolie out any of my front hairs. And then I'm going to do my eyes, so I take a bit more of my powder and just apply a little loose amount of this on my eyelids, even though obviously I already kind of brushed it over everything. I just like to apply this just so I have a really nice base. So I apply a small amount of that, and then I'm going to take my chunky eyes in the colour Cappuccino and just apply this on the outer half or the outer third of my eyelid, and take my fluffy brush from French Connection and just blend that out as best as I can. Just blending away. And this product's really good because it just gives you that really subtle kind of depth of colour on your eye, and I really like the way that it kind of almost contours my eye shape really nicely. So I just apply some of that and blend it in, and then I'm going to also take my super dry eyeshadow pot. It's like a wet pot. It's really nice and it's a really pretty shimmery shade. I did a look with it the other day, and I really like this. It's a really pretty colour, and I've been using it kind of most days since. So I just apply some of that all over my lid and kind of on like any other areas that can be highlighted. I also pop a bit on my nose, and then I'm going to take some of the Fawn, sorry, and just apply this in the outer corner just to kind of darken it up and blend that Cappuccino in with the sparkly colour. So just blend away with, you know, a little brush. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of the Havana, and I'm going to just contour my nose a little bit more. This is optional, but I just kind of wanted to sort of make it a little bit thinner and just add the brown shade into my eye sockets as well, so it was more of like a one dimension instead of it being lots of different brown shades. All of the brown shades on my face kind of mold into one shade, if that makes any sense. And then I just blend the harsh lines out with a fluffy brush, the same brush I used to powder, like so. And then I am going to take some mascara, choose my Massive Lash mascara, and apply a small amount on my top. Yeah, on my top lashes. So just applying like a small amount. 1, and then 2. Just like so. And then I also take it on my bottom lashes as well, just slightly. Just a wee little bit on the bottom, and that's my eyes done. And then I'm gonna take my lip shade, which is the shade that I actually wore when we got married. This is like my wedding day shade. I will always remember wearing this for the day. It's called So Good, and it's like a matte dark pinky. Oh no, okay, so we're highlighting again, my bad. Highlighting our eyes and probably the ends of our nose, yep, and then a tiny bit on our cupid's bow, yep. And then once we've done that, we then go in with the Slay All Day So Good by Lilith, or Lilies, I believe. I'm not sure what the brand is, but yeah, I wore this for our wedding day. It's just a really pretty kind of dark pink brownie colour. It's just a really nice kind of natural colour that, you know, it's a little bit better than my natural lips, which I think is a really nice colour, and it stays all day. So yeah, it's a really pretty shade to use. And that's the end of the look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And that's it, guys. That's my morning routine.
Finished result.
So typically my morning routine takes me about an hour and a half.
sometimes I like to sort of take my time and things like that. Obviously I haven't got dressed yet or anything, but normally what I do is clean the house in like what I call like my comfy clothes, which is what I'm wearing now. Then I will get dressed a little bit later on, ready for the actual kind of day to start. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and click the bell so you never miss a video. And I will see you on Friday with my next video. Bye guys!